Hello everybody, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Tibi from Vectorburn, and today we are still going to continue our Elder Scrolls Online versus World of Warcraft comparison. However, this will be slightly different. We are going to take a look at the monetization and microtransactions both of these games have to offer. Now, I feel like this is a topic that people will either be super passionate about and upset, or they're just completely impartial. It really depends on how you look at it and what's your financial situation. Now, these games, The Elder Scrolls Online is developed by Bethesda and ZeniMax Studios, while World of Warcraft, as we all know, is Activision Blizzard. Now, both of these companies have been in the news, surrounded by drama when it comes to these payment plans. Some scummier than others, but to be fair, that was mainly related to other games, not The Elder Scrolls or World of Warcraft. However, I do think there's a lot to talk about, so without any further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so number one would be that both of these games are buy to play, so you would need to buy at least the base game to be able to play anything, but ideally you would want all the expansions as well. World of Warcraft currently has 7 expansions, while ESO has 2, with the third one being on its way, which is elsewhere. But yeah, first step would be to buy all the games. So you bought the base game, you bought all the expansions, what now? Here is where the biggest difference comes in. World of Warcraft has a monthly subscription and you cannot play the game at all without that. ESO has a monthly subscription as well, but that is optional and you can play the game just fine without it. Of course, it will have a lot of perks, a lot of quality of life changes, but still you can play the game just as anybody else without the monthly subscription, while in World of Warcraft, you just can't. You're poor, you don't have an income, you don't have an allowance, I'm sorry, but you're not gonna play our game. They do have a free trial, so you could play a free trial account, but that's until level 20, and the max level is 120. So level 20 is just nothing. I mean, I remember they had the exact same system when I started playing on the retail servers, which was when Wrath of the Lich King started, and back then the maximum level was 80, and you would still be allowed to go to level 20. Now the max level is 120, but still you have a cap at level 20, which I don't really get, but you know, they may have statistics and stuff that show that level 20 is enough. I don't know. But yeah, the main takeaway here is that you cannot play World of Warcraft without an active subscription, which kind of sucks. Now, on the other hand, The Elder Scrolls does offer a monthly subscription with a bunch of perks, but as far as I know, you don't get any ESO plus kind of trial. Which is kind of odd, because when you buy World of Warcraft and you have a new account, or you buy an expansion or stuff like that, well, not always with the expansions, but whenever you have a new account and you buy the game, you will get 1 month free subscription, which is kind of nice. It's not anything major, but it's kind of nice. Now, ESO does not offer this free month subscription because you can play the game without it, but I think financially it would make more sense for them to offer it, because on one hand they're not losing anything. I kind of thought about maybe storage space on their servers, but you would store all those items that you put in your crafting bag anyway, so it's not additional storage space. Now, what I mean by this, if anybody doesn't know, when you get ESO Plus, which is their subscription, you get stuff like some minor experience boosts and then some points in their crown store, which we'll look at in just a second. But also the biggest perk it offers, at least in my opinion, is the endless crafting bag that you get. So all the crafting materials that you either get from deconstructing or gathering some stuff in the world, you know, everything that relates to crafting, you can put in that bag, and it does not have a cap on it. So you can have like 10,000 or 100,000 stuff in there, as opposed to your regular inventory, which does have a cap. I think the maximum is 200. So I think as far as quality of life goes, with the ESO Plus subscription, that is the biggest incentive. Now, if they would give out a free ESO Plus subscription to anybody that creates a new account and buys the game, I think that would be a perfect hook for them, for more people to buy the ESO Plus membership. And I don't think that would be a bad practice or a deceitful money-grabbing scheme, because you do offer that for free. And you can kind of see how the quality of life improves, and you would be more likely to pay the monthly fee if you want to, just in order to have that endless crafting bag. Now, even if you had 1 month free subscription, you had the bag, you put a lot of crafting materials in there. When it expires, you can still have all your crafting materials inside, but you cannot deposit anymore. You can just withdraw. So you really don't lose anything, the company wouldn't lose anything, and I think it would make more sense. All right, so that's just my opinion. Now let's take a closer look at the subscription services they have, right? All right, so World of Warcraft, we have a 1 month subscription for $14.99, so basically 15 bucks. A 3 months, if you opt for this, you save 12 bucks. Awesome. And then the 6 months one, where you save 24 bucks, and it would equate to $12.99 per month for 6 months. They don't really have a yearly subscription plan. Now the prices for these subscriptions are pretty similar. Let's take a look at ESO. So ESO has a 30-day, 90-day, 180, or 365. So this is our yearly plan. For a yearly subscription plan, you would pay $11.67, which is pretty cool, and actually it's cheaper than WoW, because you could buy one of these, $11.67 per month, or 2 of these, and you would still pay more. Now again, the huge difference here is with WoW, you pay this money, which even as it is a bit more than you would pay for the ESO Plus membership, but WoW doesn't give you anything other than the ability to actually enter the game and play it, and that's it. While the ESO Plus gives you a lot of benefits. One would be the crafting bag, which I told you about, which I think is just amazing. I really love the perk. Besides that, you get 1,650 crown points for a 30-day membership, and then you get access to DLC game packs, which again you don't have to buy. If you have ESO Plus, it will be automatically included. And exclusive progression bonuses, those are like experience scrolls, some food buffs, stuff like that. So they're just minor quality of life improvements. Now, in most games, whenever you hear that you can buy experience potions or experience scrolls or what have you, people get really upset, and I do understand that, because there have been games that I wasn't too passionate about playing, but other people were. And those people who decided to put in their money into the game got like really unfair advantages. For all intents and purposes, that was a pay-to-win game, because they did get like 100% or 200% or ridiculous stuff like that. Experience potions, experience scrolls, and a lot of like items and stuff that made your character way more powerful. And I think that kind of payment plan, that kind of monetization plan is just messed up. Nobody wants those in their games. Nobody really likes those. I don't know why some companies still do that. It's just beyond me. They're losing a lot of players. They will just have a select few that do buy those, but you know, that's just another type of player. But that's neither here nor there. What I'm trying to say is that whatever you get with the ESO Plus membership is not that much of an advantage compared to players that do not have the ESO Plus membership. The difference is really not that much. It's mainly quality of life stuff, which is super awesome, and I do like this type of monetization system, as opposed to WoW, where you kind of pay the same price as for this, but there you do not get anything, and here you get a bunch of things. Alright, now let's move on and see what else these games allow you to buy for like real life moolah. Okay, so here we have the in-game store for the Elder Scrolls, and this is pretty much all the categories and everything you can buy right now. Now you do see I have this ESO Plus thingy up here, and I have 4,150 points. This is simply because I have the ESO Plus membership, and the crown points add up each month. So if you don't spend them, you don't lose them. You can just save up for something cool. You do get quite a few each month, and the allotted crown points you get each month is pretty much enough to buy yourself something cool. Like I got a mount skin and I don't know, some other stuff I can't really remember. As I mentioned, having the ESO Plus does give you access to random DLCs the game had. So I have Morrowind. This is, I mean, it is a DLC, but I bought this because this is an expansion. Murkmire, I'm not exactly sure why I don't have Murkmire. Maybe someone in the comments could enlighten me. From my understanding, if you have ESO Plus, you get access to the DLCs, but this is labeled as a DLC, and I'm still able to buy it. I mean, I could buy it. It's no big deal. But like Orsinium, I already have this, so I wouldn't need to buy this. And also Clockwork City. The Thieves Guild I have. This is also included in the ESO Plus membership. But the Clockwork City and Murkmire is not, so I'm not exactly sure why that is, but maybe someone in the comments could enlighten me. Okay, so now we have the chapters elsewhere. This is the new expansion. They are going to roll out on the 4th of June, as you can see here, and I can upgrade to the standard upgrade or the collector's upgrade. I haven't upgraded just yet, but I will get the standard one. We also have Somerset. I do have this. It says purchased, so you know this is the Somerset is another expansion. Then we have events. This is something that's going on right now, the Jubilee event. You can actually buy tickets, which you can turn in for various stuff. It's something like World of Warcraft would have like event tickets for the Dark Moon Fair or you know, anything like that. Okay, then we have special offers, starter packs. You get potions, food, soul gems, repair kits, you know, stuff like that. And then you have a starter pack adapt, which is like this one, but on steroids. Again, if you have the ESO Plus membership, you can buy it for these points, or you can buy actual crown points directly from the store without having the ESO Plus membership. Crown crates. We do have quite a few interesting stuff in here, especially the mount skins. Like we can see a little preview here of how the specific mount would look. And there are quite a few pretty badass mounts. I like the wolf, but I do have my little kitty cat. But these are quite expensive, so I wouldn't really touch these just now. And then we have like the DLCs, which we've talked about, but this is categorized specially just for DLCs. Quest starters, we have the Jubilee Cake event right now, which you can pick up for free. Then we have inventory upgrades. We have riding lessons where you can upgrade your mount, either to be faster, to have more stamina, to be able to carry more stuff in your bag. And then service tokens, this is something we see in World of Warcraft as well. Name and race change, 3,500, that's quite a lot for a name and a race change. I think this translated into WoW system, I think WoW will give you this for a lot cheaper. And then you have skill lines, because in this game you can be either a vampire or a werewolf, or you can make up your mind and you don't want to do that, and then you can buy a cure. Now you can get this in-game without buying this. If someone bites you, then you will be able to transform, and you don't really need to buy this. It's just, you know, for convenience sake. Then you have again utility, yada yada yada. Experience, the experience scrolls you can get are 50%, 50%, And this is like invite a friend. There are a bunch of events all the time that do give you some sort of XP boost item, completely free in the game, like the Jubilee event gives you an experience boost. We had the Jester Festival, which gave you an experience boost. So there are a lot of stuff that you can get in-game for free that will boost the XP. So this is not, in my opinion, this is not that big of a deal. Then you have respecs, attribute respec scroll, and skill respec scroll. Again, you can buy these because it's convenient, but also you can buy these with in-game money, so it's not really a problem. Now, I think where a lot of people will spend a lot of money are for the furnishings and stuff. So you have like houses that you could buy. A lot of people are really into the housing system, and this is kind of a sneaky way of letting you buy these. Now, I'm not exactly sure if I agree paying like 12,000 crowns, 13,000 crowns for a house, but again, it's optional. Also for furniture, there is a lot of furniture you can find in-game through delves and dungeons and quests and just open world. So there's like a plethora of furniture stuff you can get through achievements and stuff, and a lot of people really like that, and that's like their main purpose, to gather up as many like furniture blueprints and toys and stuff that they can, and then put them all in the house. But also you can buy a lot of cool stuff from the store as well. Again, nobody is forcing you to do this. It's completely optional, and you do have a bunch of cool stuff that you can get in game. But again, if you want to buy these, I guess it's just more convenient. You have crafting, you have outfit, wardrobe. It's just like you have the mounts. For 1,800, it's really not that big of a deal, I would think. I have this one. Pretty cool little lion. Then you have the horses, which is meh. And then you have the special mounts. Right now we have a special on the Meridian Sabercat. With my points saved up, I could buy this. I mean, it does look pretty sweet, and I might go ahead and pull the trigger on this. But then we have the Nightmare Courser, which is kind of cool, but not as cool as this one. Like, man, I want to get this one. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get this one, yeah. Right, as far as mounts go, it does not have as many as World of Warcraft, and the vast majority of the mounts in WoW you will get from in-game activities. Whereas I feel like ESO has so many cool mounts, but they're all in the store, which I'm kind of iffy about. I don't really like that. Like, there are a lot of in-game ways to get mounts and mount skins, which is cool, I guess. But having this many customized and really cool mounts in the store, I think it's like borderline messed up. I don't know. I don't really agree with this one. So, ugh. But you know, if you want to buy it, buy it. If not, then that's whatever it is, well. Then we have non-combat pets, which are exactly what you would think, non-combat pets. Again, a lot of cool stuff in here, but you can get pretty cool stuff in the game as well. Then we have the crown gems and our balance. So yeah, these are pretty much all the items you can buy in the store, but like the vast majority of these are things that you can also acquire in-game without spending any money, only in-game money. But for convenience sake, they are in the store as well. Not everything, I will give you that, not everything, but there are a lot of stuff that are free, meaning it will only cost you in-game money, and you can buy those, and you can buy the same thing from the store just for convenience sake. And if you have the money to spare, you can go right ahead. If not, you can grind it out, get some in-game gold, and buy the same stuff that's in the store. So not keeping these items and perks exclusive to the store and force you to pay your hard-earned money just to get these vanity items basically, but offering you a way to acquire them in-game with in-game gold is just a really good business model. As I said, I'm not really sold on the mount system because there are just so many mounts that are exclusive to the store and are really cool, and now I want to buy one. I don't really agree with that one, But the good part is that most of these are not exclusive to the store, and you can get them in game, which is just a huge thumbs up for me. So now let's take a look at what we can buy in World of Warcraft. Okay, so as with ESO, you do have a lot of microtransaction stuff in the store which you could buy. However, everything that WoW has in the store is exclusive to the store. You can't get these in-game, you can't do anything. If you want them, you have to pay real hard moolah. So let's see what they have in the store shop. Featured, we have this Hogrus Swine of Good Fortune. I think this is a mount. 25 euros for this, which translates to about 30 bucks, something like that. 25 euros, yeah, it's about, like, let's say 28 to 30 bucks. Then we have pets. These are like non-combat pets. Now again, having these pets as exclusive store pets is kind of messed up, not because they're here and they're exclusive, because ESO has them as well, but World of Warcraft has pet battles. Now when you have pet battles and you have an entire gaming system built on that, a lot of people participate. Many people will want to get them simply because of their abilities and, you know, spells and stuff like that, which is, that's where the messed up part comes in, right? If it had no other value other than cosmetic value, then it would be no problem. It's just there if you want to buy them. I would have absolutely no problem with that. It's the same way in ESO. But when you have a gaming system built on these, then it's not just cosmetics, which is now we have mounts. Again, a lot of cool mounts. I do like the I don't really like the pig, but I do like the mounts World of Warcraft has to offer. Now, as we can see here, like 25 bucks for these, 30 bucks for the Nightmare, which gives like additional little bonuses, perks, like you can put down a little thingy on the ground, and if someone else clicks on it, their mount will get transformed into this for a couple of hours. So I'm guessing that is why this one is a bit more expensive, just because of the additional effect. Now they don't really have that many mounts on the store, so, you know, kudos for that. They have what, 3 and then 8 here, which is decent, and they have so many mounts that you can get in game. So in this department, I think World of Warcraft does have the upper hand. This is just a big no-no. I really don't like this. Like, boosting a character is just so bad for the entire game. One, you have no idea how to play your character. You have no idea how to play your class. If you start at level 1 and grind your way to 120, like, I know it's tedious, and especially until level 120 is just horrible, especially with WoW's leveling system. But still, you would have a deeper understanding of your character. But paying 70 bucks and just bypassing all of that is really awful, and it does hurt the game, I would think. Then we have faction change, race change, appearance change, name change. This is all the things that ESO can offer as well. Again, it's monetized. It's, you know, I don't really like this. Neither in ESO or WoW. Having to pay for this is kind of a pain in the ass, but I do understand the other half, because like, if you don't want to do this, then you have to grind out a new character from scratch, and that way, at least for WoW, they keep you in the game for longer, which they can take a cut from that, right? You stay in the game longer, you play the game longer, you will inevitably have to pay the subscription. If you want to bypass that, you will still have to pay. You pay a lot more this way because you do have the convenience of not creating a new character and leveling it up. But you do pay quite a hefty price for that. Guild name change. What else? Guild realm transfer. Right. Game upgrades. We have the Battle of Azeroth Digital Deluxe. Again, this is something that ESO does as well. You can buy the Standard Edition or the Deluxe Edition. I think it was something else called, but it's basically the same. Now this would be just a 15 euro upgrade. Plus you get some other perks in their other games as well. I don't really care about that. And then you have these bundles, Legion Digital Deluxe items. This is what you get. The Twilight and Luminous Starseeker and Alterock Brewpub and Enchanted Fate Dragon. This is a mount, this is a pet. Kind of the same for all. Man, I love it when they say you save 14%. You save 14% of what? These are digital stuff. Like the developers and the artists and whatever, they already had all the assets. They created this, I guess, in like a day or two. And you can now save 14%. Instead of paying 35 euros, you pay 30 for a digital thing that it doesn't cost them anything now. This is just stupid. But again, I mean, that's my opinion, and you may have other opinions, which I'm really curious about, and I do hope you will leave them in the comments. Now, the biggest and most infuriating thing for me about World of Warcraft will have to be this little tab. Okay, so you might be wondering, why are these two toys so infuriating? Now, World of Warcraft does dabble in esports competitions, events, stuff like that, which is all fine and dandy. Good for them that they have that scene. Just to re-emphasize, World of Warcraft does have a mandatory subscription. And even if the player base is currently dwindling, they still make millions. Now, you would think that at least a portion of those millions could fund these little events, because in the grand scheme of things, these events are not that big. But no. They're not touching that money. They added these two freaking things to fund the events. Okay, fair enough. Other games do this as well, so the proceeds from these two items can go to fund those events. Not like they don't have enough funds. They could very well do this without these two, but other games do it as well, so let's just accept that. And this is where the Twitter post came in. Now, I think I do have this up somewhere. There we go. Support WoW Esports with 2 new toys. For a limited time, 25% of the proceeds of the Transmorpher Beacon or Lion's Pride and Horde's Might fireworks will go to the prize pools for the Arena World Championship and Mythic Dungeon International. So they do have like the PvP scene, and they do have the Mythic Dungeon scene, and it will still be split between these two prize winners. And this is the most infuriating thing. 25%. Like, seriously, this is just greed on another level. This is, oh my god, this is just disgusting! I don't know, it's unacceptable. Seriously. They have a mandatory subscription, they have a bunch of stuff in their shop, and now they add these two, and not even 100% of these two little toys could fund the events where you have real people battling it out, talented people, a lot of dedicated people. They do this day in, day out, and you can't even spend some of the profits you already make for these people. And then on top of that, you add these two items and you can't spare 100% of that. No, only 25%, because we're greedy and we need the rest of them for our, personal gain. Now, there are a lot of cool and comments. My subscription already supports them. Exactly. This, yes, I love this. Okay, let's see what else. 25% with the laughing dude meme. Exactly. Careful with all the greed. 25%, the ratio is wrong. Is that the best you can do? 25%. See, so everybody is really upset about this, and they do have the right to be. I don't know. It's just so messed up. And things like this, like the decision the company as a whole makes for their business plan, can affect a certain game so much, because each of these games will have passionate players around them. They support the game, they support the developers themselves because they created this universe where you can take your refuge in, but then knowing that the company as a whole is almost evil, then you don't really want to support that game anymore. You don't really want to be part of that universe anymore, because you know the harm and the greed and everything that the company is involved in. So yeah, this is a big no-no for me. I don't know. So now, with all of this being said, I am extremely curious what you guys think. Do you think that ESO has a fair subscription plan, a fair monetization plan? What do you think about World of Warcraft? Should they have a mandatory subscription base? What do you think about the 25% proceeds to the esports events? I mean, this is just still infuriating me, but I'm really curious of what you guys think. Alright, so that kind of does it for this video. I know this video was different, but I did want to bring up the monetization and microtransaction system, which these days are kind of plaguing all our games, and some companies do it well, some companies do it just horribly. Again, 25%, screw you. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. I appreciate all the support and all the comments I get on these videos. Now, again, I do read all the comments, and at this point, there are hundreds of comments, and it's kind of getting out of hand. I really can't respond to all of these. However, if you want to interact live, I do have my Twitch link down in the description, and I do stream, or at least I try to stream on the weekends, so we can connect there. So until next time, thank you for watching, and see you in Tamriel. Bye for now.